Hello everyone, I'm here today to talk about Elder Scrolls Online and more importantly why it's not worth it. I just came back from the beta. We're under NDA, so I can't really publish any footage from it and I can't share any sensitive information, but most of this you can find out by looking at the official released gameplay videos. First reason why I would never buy a game like that is because of low FOV. Other Bethesda games tend to have FOV sliders, or you can mod them. This being an MMO though, I can't mod it, it's against the rules. And at the same time, it's horrible. FOV is around 50, and while for most people it's not a problem, for me, if it looks odd or off, I get really dizzy. 2. Homing combat. Unlike the game that I'm in now, you don't click on things and just cast things like that. However, it's still quite bad because it's not advanced as it could be. What I mean by that is, you know when you fire an arrow in Skyrim and you have to aim at people? Well, you don't particularly have to in this one. If while you're fired and the person you fired at moved, your arrow is going to arch and still hit the target. 3. Subscription fee. No MMO of today should ever launch with one. The reason why I'm in this game is because, in my opinion, this is the only game that can still pull it off, but barely. And what I mean by barely is that it's losing its player base rapidly. By releasing with a sub fee, you're limiting your player base to a very small number because you're limiting how many MMOs people can play at the same time. Guild Wars 2 got it right. You release with a buy-to-play model and an in-game store that's not pay to win. You'll have enough money to continue. At the same time, you'll have more people than you would have if you released with a subscription fee. No dueling from what I saw in the game, which is always a minus. Quests give close to no XP, that's the weird thing. The plus is questing system with the UI system seems very much like Skyrim. However, with quests not giving XP, you're pretty much supposed to kill for XP, which makes it grindy. Nodes are not personal. Once again, something that comes from very old MMOs like this one. It's really not fun to have to compete with other people to mine something. Races don't look right. What I mean by that is, remember orcs features? Remember how different Redguard would look from a Nord? They all now have a standard human model with a recolor. Orcs look like green human. I will be able to demonstrate this when the game gets released and NDA gets removed. Only 4 classes at the same time classes. It's as if they couldn't choose. Skyrim and the new Elder Scrolls RPGs don't go with classes. It goes, you choose to play however you want. At the same time, MMOs don't go with only 4 classes. There's supposed to be a variety of choice. There's variety of choice according to what weapon you wield and how you upgrade said class, but a slow amount of classes is not good. Another thing everyone starts into the same place. No matter what faction you chose, you're pretty much set on a linear path together with everyone else. And if you look at this game, it has multiple places to start. If you're Horde, you will probably be starting around Ogrimmar, this side. But at the same time, you can go to Eastern Kingdoms and start at the Undead zones. There's always 3 to 4 zones to choose from when you're leveling a specific Alliance or Horde for pretty much every level. The same can be said about Guild Wars 2, variety of places. When you're set at the exact same path, how likely will you be able to level up another character? Thing that struck me about Elder Scrolls Online, it doesn't feel like an Elder Scrolls game, and at the same time it doesn't feel like an MMO. It's as if the game tried to be both and slightly failed. It has Elder Scrolls UI and has Elder Scrolls locations. It has Elder Scrolls lore or places, but it feels wrong. Even the questing system, while I love the fact that they saved the old questing system, I really dislike how it works. It's hard to explain. It's as if tracking is difficult when you're tracking multiple things, and you can't complete the quest from any location like you could in Guild Wars. It feels like old school MMO met Skyrim, and I would like it to have felt like Skyrim turned into an MMO. And yet the game is very lonely. It almost feels like you are playing a single player experience, but I probably could explain this so much better when I will be able to share footage. To those that look forward to the game, I would suggest attempting to get into a beta and see whether it's for you or not before deciding to buy it, especially with the costly $15 subscription fee. That's a really big minus. I just felt like talking about it because I'm just out of the beta, and it's really unfortunate that I can't share more information. It just feels wrong. The game does not feel like an Elder Scrolls game should. But at the same time, it doesn't feel like an MMO should. It's odd.